Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Chelsea?
I'm great, thanks. How are you, Sandy?
Fabulous. Here we are on another Tuesday AM.
Yay! I love Tuesdays.
Tuesday's good. I have to let you know that my husband watches us on Tuesdays, and he said we make a good team.
Oh, that's so nice of him.
So that's lovely. It's so exciting to have a nice partner to do some sewing projects with.
It really is. I love sewing with you, Sandy.
Yes, you never know how it's going to turn out.
It's always a fun time.
It's always fun. Anyways, welcome everybody to Tuesday AM at My Sewing Room. And of course, you can find us live at Facebook or YouTube, mysewingroom.dot.ca. I always think that's so funny. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. And I see we've already got people. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Ruth. Oh, it's so good. Sometimes I don't get to see all of the people, but when I do, I try to remember you. So if I've forgotten you on when we're saying hi, I don't mean to miss you. Because as Chelsea can attend.
Sometimes it hides.
Even with my glasses on, I couldn't find the right icon this morning.
It's sometimes hard to see. They're a little far away from us.
Anyways, but well, welcome back. This is the last day of Christmas in July-August. So we are going to finish our Fresh from Mrs. Claus's cupboard apron. It was a little kit that we started last week, and we have got the main body done. We put the trim on the bottom.
And the trim on the pocket.
And the trim on the pockets. And of course we got it hemmed up. So now we're going to move on because we're going to attach those lovely pockets we made.
Because otherwise we won't have pockets.
That's right. Okay, so Chelsea gets to do some drawing and I'm reading today, and I guess I'm on the sewing machine because I'm going to be reading the instructions.
Okay, so I already attached one pocket. You can see it here. Just figured you don't have to see us attach two pockets. So the first step is we're going to find the center.
Right, exactly. Center of the apron.
Center this way. So I just kind of jammed a pin in there to find the center, and then I drew a line. Your pattern will tell you how far down to go.
Exactly.
And then we're going to have to put them an equal distance apart from that center line. So I've already put that one down. So I'm just going to put this one down, if I can figure out how my ruler goes.
And Chelsea's going to mark it with a marking pencil, and we chose the Clover chalk white so we could actually see it on the red and black, and it just dusts off, so we don't have to worry about it remaining forever. And I like the way she did this because she put it right across the top of the other pocket, so that way we know for sure we're going to have these pockets evenly placed on our apron front.
And then I'm just using my ruler here to make sure I'm center. And I marked a line over here.
Okay, so that's right where our little corner is going to go.
That little spot there. So I am just going to place my pocket nice and straight against that.
Oh, look at that. And with the ruler, we get those nice
in the camera view.
Camera view is always
I'll just slide that on over. Okay. And I like putting a ton of pins in, especially when I'm sewing something in the middle of something.
I really appreciated it too, because sewing that first one, it made it easy. It didn't move around. So it stayed straight, which is amazing for my sewing. So yay, go Chelsea!
We don't want to fight with our project.
No, and I don't want to ribble. Like if I got top corner and it's a ½ inch over the other one because I didn't get it straight across the bottom. Yeah, so lots of pins, right, girl?
Yeah, so I'm doing 3 for each side, and then I'll just do 2 on the bottom because it's not as wide.
And that's beautiful. It holds everything in place, and I'll just pull them out as I sew. So I do have our machine set up. Again, we're still using the same one we used last week because it has our thread on it. So it is the KAFE 475 QE edition, and we're just using a regular foot because this next seam is going to be, they said, close to the edge.
Nice.
So there is a line straight down my foot. Let me point that. Get my little pointer. Here's my little
Other
pointer. There he is. You can see the line, center line in the foot. And I'm just, see where the foot kind of bends over. I'm going to run my fabric right there. That's probably about 1/8 of an inch.
Nice.
And I'm going to just run it down the side. I will, this one does an automatic backup or a tie on thing, but if you could just actually, you know, reverse back stitch, and I might do that. Just do a little back stitch, make sure that's held there. All right, and here we go. Right down the pocket side, running along that edge of the pocket apron. Try not to run over any of the pins. Keeping it square in there.
Yeah, trying not to run over pins is sometimes harder than it sounds.
You know, in the machines really don't like pins, because if you run over the pin, the next thing you know, you're coming to see Cliff and Zorro.
Well, or you bend your pin and dull your needle and you need to replace your needle.
Yes, and
or you break your needle.
Yep, and then you got to find all the little bits and pieces.
Or you get a fabulous jam.
Okay, so I've made the corner. I've got my needle down so that it will make the corner for me. I'll just tuck that under there so it doesn't fall on the floor. And away I go again across the bottom. Stop at a pin. Chelsea did such a nice job pinning, and I'm just ripping them out.
Sandy's speed
Oh, I'm
sewing.
speed sewing today. A little bit crookedy, but
It's looking great.
oh, she's so marvelous. She would say it's okay. I think I missed that spot. We need to back up. Sorry.
Perfect. Yeah, back it up.
Back it up.
Back
Sorry.
it up. Beep,
I have
beep, beep.
one extra little stitch there, but nobody's going to notice that, right?
If anybody's looking that close, they're not your friends.
Yeah. Be my friends, you guys, when you see the sample hanging in the store.
I think it's perfect.
All right. Well, one pocket is. The other pocket's an experiment. All right. There we go. Pull that out. Okay. We're almost done. And then I'll show you what it looks like with two pockets. Woohoo.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. Okay, trippy over this thing, going like a crazy little woman. Okay, hitting the end and back stitch. It always takes an extra step, but that's okay. My pocket won't come undone. All right, bringing it over to
Top
you, my
view
dear.
there, Sandy?
Yeah, top
All right.
view.
Bringing our skirt in. Fantastic.
Okay, I see
Two
that.
pockets.
We're going to just pull off that thread there. Looking okay.
Our little markings just brush off.
Yeah. And
Perfect.
nobody's going to notice my little stitch out or my
Nope.
little stitch. Okay, so perfect.
I don't think so. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
They look great.
Okay, awesome. Now, the next part is to put on the waistband. This where it gets a little exciting. So we're going to just put the...
Because our waistband isn't this big.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put in 2 rows of basting stitches across the top.
Okay.
And then we're going to pull it and shrink it up to be 20 inches.
That sounds mighty interesting.
Okay, so I'm going over to our machine and I'm going to lengthen my stitch length out to its longest so I can get a nice basting stitch, and I'm going to put 2 rows across the top.
Fantastic.
Woo-hoo! Here we go. So, and these are coming out, so I'm not going to worry too much about where I put them in. So I'm starting on the first one at the 1/4 inch. Oh, that's one thing. It's probably not going to have enough. Okay, we'll figure it out, won't we?
Yes, we will, Sandy.
We just need 2 rows along here. And I said, we will. Yes, Chelsea will. Okay, so we're just going to put a couple rows of stitching. It stitches very funny.
I haven't gathered in so long.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's already starting to do a little of its own gathering because we're only doing a single layer. And it's already pulling a little bit, so that's good.
It's helping us.
It's helping
I
us.
like that.
I think I like it too. One thing I might do next time, though, is not have that knotting function on because it knotted it right at the start.
Oh.
But we'll make sure we have long tags out this end.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, and
We'll make sure it won't fall out the other end when we tighten
when we
it.
do it. Okay, so
If you just lift your
needle up, whoop, needle up. Then I can pull a little bit
Yeah,
more
there
out,
we
so
go.
we've got something to pull on.
Nice.
Okay, and I'm going to do a second row, and
Okay.
I'm gonna give us lots of this.
That sounds great.
Okay.
I love it.
So, and I'm going to do another 1/4 inch from there. So in the end, I have 2 rows that are about 1/2 inch from the top.
A couple more friends joined us this morning,
they?
Sandy.
Who else
We
is
have
on?
Teresa
Hi,
and Anne.
Which Teresa?
S.
Hi, Teresa S. Because I just was going to say that Teresa W. finished her little mini charm, Nantucket mini charm bag.
Oh, I saw them on the
It was on-
internet.
It was so cute.
It was so cute.
Really proud of you guys for trying these projects that we're doing and sewing, and then boasting about it, putting it out there so we can see that you did it. And it's so pleasing to see somebody doing something that we started.
We
I
love
it.
getting to see that. It makes us so happy.
Yeah, it's know that somebody's appreciating what we're doing.
Yep.
All right, here's my last row of basting, and again, I'm just going to needle up and give it a good pull. So we've got some threads to pull. All right, here we go.
Fantastic.
Look at how it already started. Oh, we need to go to top.
Yep.
Already started doing its little gathering for
it
us.
sure
Isn't that
did.
sweet? So let's
All
pull.
right.
I'm sorry I didn't give you one
That's
on the
okay.
top.
I can make this work, I think.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. I
I might just have to work from the bottom.
Yeah, and do one, and I got the other top one on this end. So. Ooh, isn't this fun? We're just pulling threads now and just squeezing it over there. And then once we get enough gathering, we can kind of even it out across the way here, right?
I'm coming.
It's a comment. It's a comment. Okay, and then we're looking for, they give us a direction as to how much in our little directions.
We're too short,
Too short.
Sandy.
Okay, we got to sketchy out just
Let's
a
just
little.
sketchy out your end.
Okay, sketchy out my
You
end.
made it way further than I did.
Okay, there we
All right,
go.
I'll put mine on 20,
Okay, and I will sketchy.
and then we can even it out after, maybe.
Okay, let's.
Because we can tie our threads together.
Okay, I'm almost at the 20 mark. Okay,
Okay.
I'm thinking
We're at
that.
20?
Yep, 20.
Okay, let's tie our threads
Just
so
put
that
them in
we...
a knot.
I think
So
it's
then
a knot,
they
yeah.
don't. So they don't come apart. Oh, that was really a lousy knot. How come when I can tie my shoelaces into such great knots when I don't try, and I can't get good knots when I do try?
You know, I think that's just the
that's
lob
just
knot.
going to be a big blob there. Okay,
Perfect. I like the blob.
Okay, and Chelsea's just going to evenly distribute our little gathering so that it's all kind of gathered evenly across the top.
By evenly, she says, as even as we can get it.
Get it, yeah.
We're going to eyeball it.
Okay. What are you thinking there?
I think that looks pretty good. What do you
Okay,
think?
that looks nice to me.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit more here.
Okay. Sounds perfect.
A little bit. There we go. Beautiful. I love it. Okay.
All right, there we are.
What's our next step?
Oh, sorry. Next step is actually working with the waistband. So that is the shorter of the three pieces that we cut. We have 2 for the ties and 1 for the waistband. And this is where we're going to put in some interfacing. So we are going to fuse the interfacing to the wrong side of the apron waistband.
Okay.
All right.
Got my little iron
Okay,
ready.
you got it in there, girl? Okay.
And when you're working with your interfacing, if you haven't worked with interfacing before, if you rub your fingers on it, you'll feel a texture difference. On this one in specific, I can feel like bumpy dots on
yes.
one side
Yep.
and smooth on the other.
So bumpy
That
dots means
Glue.
perfect.
You don't want that to touch your iron.
Okay.
So we're going to make sure that the bumpy dots are facing our fabric.
And the interfacing is cut just a little bit narrower and shorter than the actual piece so that we don't overhang and stick to anything.
Fabulous.
All right, perfect.
I love that. Okay.
All right.
So now the important thing with interfacing as well is we're not going to go in and iron. We're not going to do that.
No, what are we
We're
doing,
going to
Chelsea?
press.
We're going to press. We're going to hold it there and press.
Because if we start ironing, we're going to start stretching and making a mess.
Yeah, we want the band to be as non-bent or crooked or fold off to one side or the other, so that's good.
Reading instructions?
Yeah, okay.
Sandy's catching us up.
Because last time I missed that 1/4 inch seam on my side, so I had to go home and put the 1/4 inch seam in and then
Which it
redo
looks fabulous.
Yeah, it was just a really quick pull out that seam and put the 1/4 inch underneath, and it was great. So just this time I'm going to make sure I'm reading correctly.
And I'm just double checking that I'm getting all my edges with heat.
Okay, and you know what? We should have done what we did with the pockets, and that's complete one of the ties. I never thought of that. Okay.
I also didn't think of that.
Anyway, so you're going to have to bear with us to get to those ties, and we're doing those next.
All right, so I have half of my interfacing iron, and I'll just scooch this over, and I'll do the other half.
All right,
I just have a small ironing board today.
Well, that's good. And while she's doing that, let me just tell you that all this month at my sewing room, we're doing our social sewing again. It's on every day except for the 3 days out of classes. How's that?
Yes.
Okay.
So that would be the 8th, which is Satin Stitch for Beginners.
Perfect.
The 25th.
Which will be rope bowl class.
It's exciting. Is that a Sunday?
Be fun. And then the last one, of course, is the renter certification. And that's on Saturday, August 31st. So those 3 classes do not have a social sewing, but every other day this month does. So if you want to come and visit us, by all means, just give us a call. We'll sign you up. Come, bring your friends, bring your project, work in the back. We'll try not to bother you too much.
And if you're coming for more than one day in a row, you can leave your machine for a sleepover.
Yeah, that's perfect. That way you don't have to drag it to and from.
All right.
And it's only $10 plus tax, and you get it back as a coupon.
We are ironed, Miss Sandy.
Okay, we are ironed. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to just set that aside for just a minute. We are together.
All right.
It says with a 1/2 inch seam, we're going to right sides together. We're going to sew the apron ties to the side of the waistband. Oh, I guess we still need it. Don't throw it away too far.
Okay. All right. So this is now my wrong side with my interfacing. Yeah. I'm going to flip that over.
So we do right sides together with our bands. And
would you like a couple pins?
That would be awesome. And then we're going to sew the 1/2 inch seam.
And we're going to be sewing it on the short edge.
Short edge, yet not the long one yet. Okay, so with a 1/2 inch seam and right sides together, sew the apron ties to the side of the waistband. Stop this seam 1/2 inch from one edge of the waistband. Really? Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, so I will try and stop at 1 inch from the bottom so I don't keep going.
1 inch or 1/2 inch?
1/2 inch. Okay, I see what the picture says now, yes. So
let me just mark you a 1/2 inch.
Okay. Just so I don't go beyond it. So we're just, hi, how you doing, Fern? Oh, I see Anne, oh, did we already say hi, Anne? Hi,
we sure did.
Okay, good.
We sure did.
I finally looked up to the camera.
All right, we're going to attach the other apron tie.
Okay. I guess we really couldn't have done this in advance because you had to put that. Never mind then. We're doing just fine.
We're doing fantastic. We are doing just.
So my big thing is to remember to stop the 1/2 inch at the same place so it's not 1/2 inch above and 1/2 inch below, but 1/2 inch on both ends. Okay.
Which I will mark this other end.
Okay.
And hopefully that will help.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but sometimes I make these marks and I just forget that they're there and just drive over them anyway.
Okay. I will try to remember, Chelsea.
All right,
okay,
so I'm sending this over to Sandy.
Okay, here we go. And we're going to sew that 1/2 inch seam. We're going to sew it down here, and we're stopping there at that 1/2 inch mark, okay? All right, so let's get sewing at 1/2 inch. That's quite wide seam, but that's like most sewing seams, right? Well, most sewing seams. Oh, you know what? We need to readjust the width on our stitches here.
Oh yeah, we still have a really long.
Still doing long ones. Going the wrong way. 2.5. There we go. All right, we're just going to back stitch just a little bit at the start of this because we want to make sure it's well stitched because we're going to have a little bit of pull on the waistband. Okay, pulling out my pins as I go. Chelsea's reading ahead to make sure I don't do anything obnoxiously wrong.
We'll see what happens.
Okay. Oh, one stitch over. Dang. Okay.
I think it'll be okay. We can work with that.
Okay. Oh, and I just threw the pin on the floor. Sorry, Chelsea. Okay, going back to the other side. This time, because of the way the pins are in and the way I sew, I'm going to start at that 1/2 inch mark. Okay. And then I will back up to it. Okay, whoa, 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 stop, you silly machine. Machine and I are having fun, Chelsea. Hope that doesn't wreck us up too much.
We'll find out.
Okay. It's almost like a challenge. How bad can I wreck this?
I don't think we can.
All right, so we're coming to the end. Just going to do a little back stitch. Perfect. Cut it off. Okay, Chelsea, we now have our waistband attached to our 2 ends.
Perfect.
All right.
So now what we're going to do here is I'm going to flip it over and I'm actually just going to iron these seams open.
Okay,
it doesn't say that in the instructions, but I read ahead and it sounds like I think this will help.
Yes, take out some of the bulk. Okay, I got you.
Because what we're going to do now is this is my end that we stopped a 1/2 inch. We're going to fold this up by 1/2 inch.
Oh, okay.
So now I have my seam tucked in on both sides. So we'll come over here.
So smart.
I cheated. I read ahead.
Okay. Right. All right, now with right side. Oh, should I just stop for a second?
You're really, really close there, Sandy.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna mark 1 inches up because I need to fold this up by 1/2 inch. So I'm going to mark a 1 inch line so I can fold up to that line. And I'm on the wrong side.
Remember how we did that with that really cool project we did? We did the 1/2 and 1/2 thingy. It worked really well.
What project was that again?
I'm trying to think what we did that on. It worked out perfectly. We've done so many projects in the last little while. It takes me a little while to remember what we've done. It'll come to me. We're going to have a little project review of all of the things that Chelsea and I have done this summer at the end of August, just to show off all the cool things. And then Chelsea's going to help me. We're going to get little tags that say as seen on YouTube, and because the videos are all there. And so if anyone wants to make the project, they'll know where to go to find us in our instruction.
Fabulous, Sandy. All right, we're almost ironed.
Okay, almost ironed. Perfect.
So I think this next step is where we start attaching to the skirt.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
And it's this edge I didn't fold gets attached.
Yeah, fold the inside waistband up 1/2 inch. We did that. So now with right sides together, pin the opposite edge of the waistband to the gathered edge of the apron. Sew in place. So
okay, there's my apron, right side up.
Yep.
And I'm just going to take this.
And we're just going to try and sew it and pin it in place. And
I'm guessing that we need to get the edge of the apron to the seam.
Seam is what I'm thinking too. I think you are correct.
And then because we're pleated, I'm just going to start by these edges.
Okay.
First.
And then kind of work everything in.
Yeah, and then we'll just smash everything in there.
I love it. All right.
We'll make it fit.
We're going to make it fit.
So even if we maybe missed gathering, I'm not sure yet, but if we have a little bit extra fabric, we can make it work.
All right. So yes, so here we are with right sides together, pin the opposite edge of the waistband to the gathered edge of the apron, sew in place. I'm going to assume that they want it to be 1/2 inch.
I think that's pretty good assumption.
Fair assumption here.
And we're just going to jam some pins in there. Mm-hmm. And I think when we sew this, we're going to want to sew with the waistband up and the apron to the bottom so that it helps us gather in all that bulk.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing because those feed dogs help move it in. It helps us gather up a little bit of the excess on the bottom. Oh, I'm so excited, Chelsea.
It's going to be cute.
I hope so. Mrs. Claus will be proud of us. Seeing as I'm wearing the Santa hat today, I can be Santa.
I should get a Mrs. Claus hat next time.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to get you a Mrs. Claus hat.
That'd be cute.
Yep. Yeah, so our Christmas in July is July now, and it's coming to an end. This is our last Christmas project. And then we've got some fun projects coming up in August for you, the rest of August. It's looking great, Chelsea.
Thank you, Sandy. It's kind of fun.
All right.
Smashing it all in here.
Perfecto.
All right. So we are all pinned.
Okay, so now we're going to sew it on a 1/2 inch.
Just send that over to Sandy.
Okay, here we go. There I go, all my papers and things with it. Okay,
Then I'm going to read some instructions.
All right, good girl. And I'm going to start.
Dear. I hit the wrong button.
Okay. That's okay. All right, we're moving into the 1/2 inch mark here. I'm starting right at our little seam edge where Chelsea's got us edged with a pin. Okay, there we go. And we're going to do that. It gives that, it's already stitching a little knot there, so I'm okay with just carrying on. And I'm just going to carry on and do the 1/2 inch seam.
Oh, this is interesting.
Okay, so we're going to sew things together and pull them inside out, aren't we?
We sure are.
That's what I thought too. It should be fun.
This should be interesting.
Should be
I'm going to
interesting.
grab us a safety pin.
Okay, we need a safety pin because we're going to be turning it.
Easier.
Oh, that's a good idea. Some people have turners, and I should have brought mine from home. Other people have used safety pins. You pull it from one end to the other. We used to have an interesting contraption that kind of looked like a pair of tongs. It was a turner as well. But that's what we're going to end up doing. So we're doing our 1/2 inch seam all along, and hopefully keeping everybody as close together as possible.
I also grabbed us a stick because I thought that might also be used.
Okay, sounds marvelous.
We'll see which one works better.
Works the best. Okay, perfect. And I hope I'm catching all of those seams. And remember, once we're done this, we have to take that basting seams, lines of basting that I put in there back out. Back up for a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I think I've got it, Chels.
All right, Sandy.
Okay, here it comes. Sewn 1/2 inch across. Let's just peek it and see.
Oh,
Oh,
let's switch to the top.
good. Okay, that's looking pretty good, Chels. We just have to remember to
Looks
take out
pretty
our
good.
basting seam.
Awesome.
Okay. Okay.
Now we have to go right sides together for these apron ties so
Okay.
you can sew them.
All right.
And I think you just have to avoid the waistband when you do that.
When I do that, okay. And we're just doing square across the bottom and turned up.
My right side together? Yes,
Yep,
I
you got
am.
your right side. Yes, you do. Okay. All right. Sounds like a plan. And I just go as far as the waistband? I didn't read that part.
I think so.
I
Here
think
you
so.
go.
Here, let me just have a little quick read. Okay, so here we are with right sides together. Pin the opposite edge of the waistband to the gathered. Oh, we did that. Okay. With right sides together, fold the apron ties and waistband in half.
Oh, apparently Chelsea was not reading everything.
Okay, so we are now going to, and we are going to sew 1/2 inch seam to make the ties. Okay.
Are you sewing the waistband too, or are we skipping that?
I enclose the gathered edge. I think I'm not quite sure.
You have to leave a gap
Oh,
so you can flip it.
that's what I'm So bottom edge to the waistband, top. I'm thinking,
So bottom edge of waistband to top of apron skirt.
yeah. So with right sides together, pin. Okay, we did that. Right sides together, fold the apron, ties, and waistband in half. So 1/2 inch to make ties. So I think I'm only. And it says trim corners and turn. So I don't think. I
Yes.
don't think I'm doing it yet.
Yeah, we're gonna skip
We're
the
just gonna
waistband
skip
and
the
only sew the
waistband and
ties.
just do the ties. Woohoo!
That makes sense, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to turn them.
That's right. Okay.
You could probably sew that
I
while
can
I...
probably sew as she's
pin this.
working. Okay. Here we go.
All right, I'll switch you to close up
All right.
there.
And I'm starting right at that seam where Chelsea's got us pinned. I'm just going to sew 1/2 inch. Okay, and here we go. Okay, and away I go down the length of the tie. I've got right sides together, which means we're going to have to turn it outside, turn it inside out when we're done. And I just dropped a pin on the floor. Darn it.
We'll find it.
Those little pins just escaping.
They like to jump for freedom.
I think so. I said, don't stick me back on that thing. I want to be free. All right, we're sewing our strap. Oh, I got a little fur ball, little hair stuck on there. Just brush that out of the way. And carry on with the 1/2 inch seam.
We have another friend that joined us.
Oh, who joined us?
Patty did.
Hi,
on
Patty.
YouTube.
How are you doing? I hope you have nice weather down there. We're just finally getting a little reprieve from the heat. We got a little rain today. So it's actually a beautiful day to be sewing in our sewing area.
It sure is. I love sewing on rainy days.
Oh, it's really fun. Okay.
My
we're
puppy
coming up
likes
to
it
the
too
corner.
because then I don't make him go outside in the rain because
Oh.
I am busy.
He probably says, thanks, Mom.
He's
Thanks.
like, oh, good. This
Oh,
is
thank
great.
Goodness, thank goodness.
Thank goodness Mom didn't want to go outside in the
He's
rain.
just thanking me. I'm just going to back up just a sec there.
Patty is doing well, thanks.
Oh, good, good. I'm glad to hear that. Everybody's doing okay these days. Okay, we're almost to the end here, Chelsea.
Fantastic,
Just gonna back
Sandy.
stitch. All right. I'm going to cut that off.
And I have the other end ready for you.
Okay, and then you're going to trim out that corner. Okay.
Do you have a little
now
pair of
here
scissors
I
there?
go. I do indeed. Here you go.
All right.
We'll trim off all of our hairy bits and our threads once we get done, right, Chels?
You sure will.
Yeah, right now it's a woven fabric, so we're having a little bit of a fuzziness on the edges there. So just see. Oh, back again. It's 1/2 inch. Nope, back up 1 stitch. Oh, this is so much fun. Okay, back up a stitch. Okay, there. That should be 1/2 inch. Yeah. All right, and here we go down the other side. Here we go. All right. So just mentioning, at the moment, satin stitch in store is full. There's 8 in store. We're just seeing if anybody else wants to do it virtually, but that starts Thursday, so that's kind of where we're at. Capped it at 14, so that's pretty good. Now the other thing is coming up on the 25th, the Saturday, we have that wonderful rope bowl sew along, which would be a wonderful thing to do with a friend on a Saturday morning. It starts at 11:30, goes to 3:30, and it would be so much fun.
I'm trying to figure out how to turn this inside out.
Twisting, are we okay? We're doing great.
I'm stuck.
Okay.
I'm puzzled.
You're confuzzled. I think that if Dawn, do you have any turning equipment in your area?
Oh, I might have a tube turner.
You might have a
I'll
tube
be back.
turner. Okay, that would be awesome.
I'm on an adventure.
Tube turner
tube
would be
turner.
great. All right. Okay, we're coming up to this last seam, which is the seam from the waistband. Okay, and then we're going to do a backup stitch. Okay, perfect. All right, I think we've got that sewn. I'm just going to cut that off because I've lost my scissors. Okay, let's go back to the front. And while Chelsea's looking for that, I'm going to say hi again. All right, so we have now sewn our little straps all in one piece. She's going to trim off my corner on that one, and then we'll go. So I'll give it back to Chelsea. Oh my God, that is a great tube turner set.
I think this is the one we need. I haven't used this one before, so
this will be fun.
Okay, so
trimming off our little corner.
Trim off our little corner. Be careful not to cut our stitches.
Yes. Okay.
And then I believe, does this go in here, Sandy?
I believe it goes all the way to the end.
This one might be a bit big.
Okay.
So it does have a little round bit on it. Let's see.
And we switch it all the way to the end.
Sliding it up.
And then we poke it from the other side down the tube. No.
That's right?
I think we go like,
push?
Yeah, push that way.
This is too little to push.
Oh.
If we jam it in here.
Oh, okay. We do it and hook it? Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. Because mine, we just stick something down that end.
And it's too.
Okay, you know what we're going to do because we're so much fun.
Oh, you could just jam another tube in there.
Yeah.
I like that better idea better. Let's do that.
Okay, let's do that.
I'm down to jam a tube in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
That's working.
I think that's perfect.
Until we get to the end and I can't reach it.
Okay.
There we go.
Did you find it? Oh, you're superb. Superb, my darling.
You're superb.
Yeah, that's beautimous.
All right.
Okay.
One tube out. Do you want to do the other one and I'll iron us?
Okay, and so I stick this down and we rumple it all up.
All our little tubies.
Yeah. Well, that was brilliant. I don't know whose tube set that is, but thank you very much for having a tube set for us.
And I'm just going to pick
just
out
like
our corner.
My tube set that I've got at home, right?
It's very similar to mine too. The one I have has wooden dowels.
You must have thinner fingers than me.
Would you like me to stick my finger in there? It's not a very big hole.
Yeah. Okay, little person's finger. Oh. Squish some more. Squish a little more. Is this longer?
I'm just going to jab some more in.
Oh, okay.
We're going to... Some interesting stuff there.
I think I can fry it out with this. Oh, she got it. Let's hear it for Chelsea's fingers. Yay!
All right.
Return.
Okay.
You did it.
And I'm just going to pick out our little corner.
And while she's doing that, I'm going to... I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to just...
Did you like to pick out that corner?
Okay. Let me...
And then I'll start ironing.
Okay.
All right.
I'm using Chelsea's little trick with her pin so that we can get that corner out and make it nice and square.
So to get these seams nice and flat, I just kind of pinch them and roll them.
Yes, that's a good
And then
trick.
they get nice and flat. So then I'm just flattening along our seam and we'll do this chunks at a time.
That's beautiful. We are so close to finishing this apron, Chelsea. Have this done in no time.
We are very close, yes. I think we just have one seam left to go.
Yes, we do. The waistband.
And I'm guessing it involves top stitching all along these.
That's what I'm thinking, because it says once we've got these guys turned, we enclose the edge inside the waistband from the outside, so along the bottom of the waistband to attach the inside of the waistband. Okay, so
Nice.
we just have one set of stitching left, and we will have a perfect apron. Of course, I'll have to take out a bit of stitching.
Yeah, we just have to
Basting
take out our gathering
Yeah.
stitch.
Okay, I think that's good, Chelsea.
Fantastic. I'm making my way over there.
All right, beautiful.
Slowly but surely. So maybe what I'll do is after I get this apron tie done, I'll do the next apron tie, and then we'll fold the waistband down.
Okay, sounds good.
Because we can use the waistband to kind of smooth out in there.
Yep, I think that's a brilliant idea. Just picking off any extras here that threads. All right, where was I at? Okay, so that was satin stitch. And then on Sunday, August 25th is the rope bowl sew along. That's $20 plus tax. Oh, that'll be a fun. You get to make one of those rope bowls, and Anne will tell you how to decorate it. It's all so much fun. And then the last Saturday of the month, August 31st, we have the long arm renter certification. It's $150 plus tax, and it goes from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I believe Doris is teaching that one. So those are the upcoming classes in August. And as I say every other day, but those we have social sewing. So
sure
join us 10:30 to 4:30 or 10:30 to it's 4:30.
4:30?
Right? 10:30 to 4:30.
Monday to Saturday.
Yep.
And then on Sundays, because we are open
A short
11
day.
till 4, it'll be 11:30 to 3:30.
30. Okay,
All right.
perfect.
Is
Okay.
that other little tie ready?
He's kind of ready. I didn't get all the way to the end, but I got his
Looks
corner
fabulous.
out. Okay, good. All right, and then of course, starting in September, when we're back to doing our back to school stuff, we have that, everybody has time maybe to come in and do some classes, especially if they bought a sewing machine or a serger. We have our new owners classes for sewing, embroidery, and serging during the month of September and into the beginning of October. So if anybody hasn't done that, those dates are set in the computer and you can see them online, or give us a call or drop by and see us. We'll get you signed up. The other exciting thing that's happening in September, Chelsea, is the start of the Quilting First class again.
That's one of my favorite classes.
Oh, I think
I
it's...
learned so much.
I
in
did
that class.
too, and I think it's good because it gives us good habits so that we are doing a great job on our quilting, and also the staff take that class so that we're all on the same page. So when we're teaching someone how to do things, we kind of do it all the same, which I think is fun.
Yeah, so then you don't go and get one instruction from one person, another from another.
And find out that, oops, that wasn't right. Anyways, that starts on September 14th. It's Saturdays, September 14th, 21st, and 28th, and October 5th. So by Thanksgiving, you can have a quilt. Wasn't that cool? And
That's
wouldn't it be nice
exciting.
if it was like a Thanksgiving quilt or something
It
fun?
would be lovely.
All right. Chelsea has got us all pressed and beautiful.
Almost. I just have
So-
to get this waistband pressed now.
Okay, so we just have
So
to
I'm
get...
going to press this waistband, and I'm going to make sure I'm enclosing this when I do it.
Right, because we want to make sure it covers all of that gathering stitches so they're enclosed and we don't have them come undone on us.
Would you like a couple pins in here, Sandy?
I think maybe just to keep me honest. I don't cheat.
All right, where's our pins? Here's our
Oh,
pins.
you guys are so awesome waiting and holding in there. We have got one last line of stitching to do. And then we've got our finished apron. I'm going to give you some of the pins that I had. Like all of them.
Sandy's been stashing pins.
I have. Sorry. Chelsea
Okay.
uses pins and I keep them.
I like it.
All right.
It's a good relationship.
It is marvelous. Okay. I'm so excited. We're so close to being done. And this is
looking really
cute as a
cute.
button. I love the fabrics that Dawn had picked. And there's this Christmassy one, and I think there was another one, but I can't remember what it was called. Winter apron, I think.
Yes,
So
I
it
think
has
we also
more of
have
a winter theme to it than our Christmassy one here. But these are adorable. I think this would be so cute. for a present.
Sandy, I think we might have caught the side.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, but that's okay. We noticed it now.
Yeah.
Before we sewed it in.
Where's that
We're going to have to
magic
rip a
seam
little
ripper?
seam.
No, there's always that moment.
It's all good.
Yeah, got a little too catchy there. I'm glad you noticed that, because that one would have been hard for me to fix.
We would have had to do a lot of ripping.
Yeah.
Would you like to sew this back up before?
I will. I'll sew that back up before. So these are the things that happen during production. And never fear, we can always fix them, right?
Oh, yeah. And we don't have to go back a whole bunch of steps here.
It's just a little line that I've managed to gather a little bit of the actual apron into the gathering. So I might, just to be on the safe side, do it from this side.
Yeah, or you could do it from the inside still.
Yeah. Okay. Darn little thing got napped.
Let me just give you a couple pins.
Okay. And
so I ripped out from here.
Okay. This is good for learning how to troubleshoot.
It is.
When something goes slightly awry, and don't ball it up and throw it in the corner.
Okay, there to there.
Okay. All right.
And then let me just give you a couple pins. You could sew with the gathers up if you want.
That's what I'm thinking, just to make sure that I get them this time and I don't get the rest of the thing. Okay, so I can see where my line started here, so I'm going to catch that line. And that's my 1/2 inch. And I am going to just start again, and I'm going to do a little back stitch. Okay, and then proceed so that this, with that 1/2 inch stitch length.
I like when we have accidents, because then we can show how to
unaccident us.
How to unaccident.
That's right.
And I didn't undo any of my pins from my waistband that I was putting in. We're just sewing a quick seam
to just
easy peasy.
Yeah, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Just redid that seam in a spot. Let's do a back stitch to hold that, and we're done. Beautiful. Okay, and I'm going to bring this back to you. Okay, sorry, Charles. Got
it's all good.
I'm going to trim a few of my hairies, though.
Okay.
Do you have my scissors? Okay. Just, oh, jeez. Gosh. Poor thing.
I liked it.
Accidents happen. Oh, my goodness.
No blood was made.
Poor Chelsea. Sorry.
We're all good. It's perfect. Okay.
All right,
so we're just going to go back to
this is a good idea to check this. Do it this way, because then you can check and make sure that you haven't stitched part of your skirt into your waistband. That's marvelous.
I didn't even think about that when I was doing it. I just thought it'd be easier to smash it down from this side.
Yeah. Well, then it works okay. It's all good.
Just put this here, baby.
It's so close, people. So close. All right. What else exciting? Okay, I've talked about all the things happening. I guess the other thing is that I heard that we are almost sold out of the Bernina 990 for the first 100.
What?
Yeah, so if anybody's still thinking about doing that, it's a $990 deposit to get yourself one of those beautiful new Bernina 990s. So that's kind of interesting. And then later this month, Chelsea and I are going somewhere, aren't we, Chelsea?
Ooh, what's happening?
We're going to go to a brother workshop.
Cool.
And we're going to learn something new about a new brother machine coming out. So I'm very excited about that as well. You know, every year the sewing manufacturers come out with new machines. And we're always excited to see what new thing has been developed. So I can't tell you much more about that, but other than it's the big new one is Brother Avenir.
It's pretty neat.
It's pretty neat, eh?
I saw some stuff released on it. If you want to see some of mine and Cam's interesting ideas of what we think might happen.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that.
Check our video from last Thursday.
All right.
I wasn't sure what side you were going to sew up. With up. That English was hard. I was thinking maybe the skirt side, right side up?
Right side up. Maybe I'll go this way. because the pins will be easy
Okay.
to pull out. I don't know. Anyways,
I'll put the pins away for you.
and we just have to make just a stitch along that edge, nothing too worrisome.
You could always baste it too and then stitch it nicely from the other side.
Too. Okay.
Go for it.
Going
Do
for
whatever
it.
you like.
Okay, here we go. Starting up.
Can't be a wrong answer.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just keeping it under the 1/2 inch because I think we turned up 1/2 inch, right?
We sure did.
So we want to just make sure that we're catching all the bands and all of the things. So it's about just around an 1/8 inch. I'm trying to just secure it, trying to be straight. Chelsea, this is so cool.
Is it looking good?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm excited.
And if you know what the other thing would be fun to do too is a decorative stitch over there. Once you get this one down, you can do a decorative stitch on that other side too to make it really Christmas fancy.
Yeah, you could always do a blanket stitch, or if you have like a snowflake stitch in your machine.
Oh, that would be so cute. Do we have candy canes in some of the stitches? Because that would be cute.
I'm not
too.
sure.
All right, we are almost there, people. We are almost there. The end of Mrs. Claus's apron coming up. Last little push. Beautiful. All right.
Are we done?
We're done.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Should we go to a front view?
I think so.
All right.
All right, let's hold it up. Oh, isn't that adorable?
Oh, Sandy.
It is really cute. Okay, I did do a little bit of wibble wobble.
That's okay.
Might have to take out a little spot right here where it got a little fat.
Oh, we
Yeah.
could stitch that from the front
Afterwards.
Yep.
All
That
right.
turned out really cute.
Really cute, you guys. Excellent. And thanks so much for holding in for our apron.
That was so fun.
That was
Good
really
job,
cool.
Sandy.
Thank you, Chelsea. You did a great job too. All right, everybody. I'm back tomorrow with Wacky Wednesday. We're going on a road. No, yeah, I'm going on a road trip. I'm going on a road trip tomorrow.
Cool.
Woo-hoo-hoo. So I'm going on a road trip. So hang in there, and we'll find out what I'm going to make tomorrow. And then Chelsea and I'll be back next Tuesday for another Tuesday AM. Thanks, Chelsea.